Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never ran.
It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wildcard Weekend. It's the Dolphins and the Bills coming up next.
Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave.
Playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at Highmarsh Stadium here in Orchard Park. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. Intensity level will be off the charts.
What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. From the 6. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And out come the Dolphins now. And work with me here. Is this overhyped or not? You've got a warm weather team on the road in January, and it's cold. What's the deal? Is that a factor? Is it not a factor?
I think a lot of it depends on the personality of your head coach and how you prepare for things. And some things you just can't prepare for. If you're coming from a warm weather site, you can't make it cold enough like it is here in this ball game. But what you can do is just tell the guys, dress for the weather, and then play like we always play. And as the game goes along, typically those guys out there playing, you warm up enough that it really shouldn't affect you quite the same way. Now, if that's all you talk about, if you put that in the heads of your players, it'll affect them in a big way.
On first down, Tagovailoa got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate. So
the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Here's Hines. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Singletary. Down to about the 32. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Right back to Singletary on second down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now Allen off the bootleg. Rolling to his left. And he completes it to the tight end Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. But they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Throwing again on second down. Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tommy Sweeney from 30 yards out. And the Bills will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and they got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
To his throw here, taken in by Gesicki. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Second down, here's Mostert again. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They go right back to Singletary. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Works right side into the hands of the top. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Huge huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
Well, I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills ready to take over. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off play action. Allen on the move to his left. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. The mistake there by the offense, Charles, they tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to return. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Allen. Quick toss to Knox. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Allen now looks to throw. This ball complete to the tight end Sweeney. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Hines. And he'll be brought down at the 27. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not 1 bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
The kick by Bass is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Tua. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. And they match their opponent's pick 6 from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And that's incomplete.
I think someone's going to get him to QB1-0 when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the 2nd person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, 2nd drive, not much better. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 18. That'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now out come the Bills. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Bass on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And after the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9, Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Tua going to throw. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
2nd and 9 from the 44. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This is caught. Touchdown! Cedric Wilson, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded right around the 8. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And here come the Bills. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone flips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction? Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They run with Hines. And he's is able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen off the play fake. Steps away. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Allen again. Working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. This one caught by Davis. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. Allen now on 1st down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
The kick by Bass is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tua Tagovailoa and the offense heading back out. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua, and his throw is going to be incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to pass. Tua. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Got a man, that's Trent Sherfield. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Tua going to try and go quickly here. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Throwing now is Allen. Finds Hines again for the completion. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. So now on 4th down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Tua. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Tua to throw again. Going right back to Wilson. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Good matchups all up and down the schedule there. We'll highlight the one in Cincinnati. A big test coming up for the Bengals as they'll take on the visiting Baltimore Ravens. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Miami. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. On play action, Allen steps away to his left. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. Because sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Allen. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. On 2nd and 10, Allen. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Tua. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on 3rd and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will bring the deficit back down to 3. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the 2nd half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a 3rd interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
They hand it off to Mostert. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Mostert. And a short gain down to about the 33. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Tua sets up to pass it. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Josh Allen, he says that he wants to continue to perfect executing the run-pass option. Looked pretty good there.
And he's put in the minds of all people trying to defend him that his legs create big plays. So guess who benefits?
His running back.
You no doubt about it. We just saw it there.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll toss this right side to Singletary. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Miller. And the Dolphins are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. But now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2nd down, here's Mostert again. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short of 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Miami. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Bills getting set to go. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
We'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen out to the left. He's got his tight end Knox. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To the air. Allen. It's complete to Diggs. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs. 38 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. This one fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Miami's offense set and ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Tua to his Alabama teammate Waddle. First down, Miami.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. A big play here for Buffalo. 41 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
On 1st down, Allen on the slant. He's got Davis. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And again, it's Allen. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Left side caught by Diggs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
The kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. To throw again on second down. Allen flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And he's got it. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back now in Buffalo. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Tua now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Tua setting up shop to throw again. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Here's Allen to throw it. Completes it to Davis. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way and worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Now it's Hines. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. To throw, it's Allen. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 36, Tua. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 39. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And they'll work this down inside the 30. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua, and a completion to Wilson. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Now Tua. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Gregory Rousseau. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. They put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He completes it to Wilson. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the Bills are going to get the football back. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. This is Hines. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. And that's incomplete. Again, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. We're in the 4th quarter now with the Dolphins in possession of the football. Now left side on the swing pass. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have caught it. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Durham Smythe from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Singletary again, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. A give up the middle to Singletary, and he is going to lose yardage here. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And that one will be no good. He never had it online. It's well wide to the left, and the lead will hold at 10. And that miss should just about write a finish to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them an opportunity. But now, with the time left on,
Now Tua. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. One final try for Tagovailoa. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.